3,
One.
2, 1, 2.
3, 1.
1, 2, 3. Wait, 3.
I'm retarded. It only went.
Hello, Coco.
Bro, where's your pants?
Where's your pants?
What the kid doing? You'll say welcome back to the Progress Podcast?
No!
You don't? Okay. It's not good enough to watch anyway, so we're good.
Yeah.
What do you like?
Pokemon.
You like Pokemon?
Pokemon.
What do kids your age like to do?
You like farting with your arm.
Can you show us how to do that?
Oh, bro, calm down. Calm down, bro. Calm down.
What's your favorite movie?
Oh, look, there's another.
Okay, real quick.
What's your favorite things?
What's your favorite thing? What's your favorite movie?
Star Wars?
Star Wars.
Oh, okay.
Okay,
Little
favorite.
lightsabers.
What sport do you like?
Soccer?
Soccer. What's
He
your
likes
favorite
kicking
sport?
balls.
Ah,
He likes hitting balls.
So you heard it today. Kids still love Pokemon. Yeah. And balls. Balls. How do you do a podcast by yourself? There's no way. In progress. Progressing. Moving forward. Yeah. The mind of a child is a wondrous thing. Completely blind of reality. Pokemon and balls are the only thing on their minds. Pokemon and balls. Yeah.
Still rolling?
Yeah, we're still rolling.
Dang! My bad. So, what are you hosting?
In progress.
Podcast.
What are you hosting?
Your mom?
How do we do that on like perfect time? I've been seeing on TikTok that there's the therapy gecko, the guy who dresses up like a frog or something, or therapy frog, whatever. And they talk to him on the phone. They're like, "Well, this is what I like to do," and stuff. And he's like, "Does that make you feel good and stuff?" I like that. So before we continue, welcome back to In Progress Podcast, people.
Hey.
Where we talk about stuff that's interesting, not interesting. Maybe it's interesting to you, maybe it's not. So find out. Watch all the way through. There may be something that you see. So therapy frogs.
What is this? Therapy frogs. Do frogs have therapy?
So there's a TikToker. I can't remember his name exactly. He gets random calls from people, and they call his number. He answers, and they talk to him about things going on in their lives. Usually it's weird things, really weird things. Like I dress up in women's clothes, and I do this and that. It's usually something crazy. And he never has like emotion. He's always like, So how does that pertain to what you're feeling? And people are like, I really don't know. And he's really calm. And then it's very therapeutic for some people, and then it's very eye-opening to the ones who have to hear it.
Okay.
So yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm just trying to figure out what the heck is going on right now.
Yeah, I don't know.
TikTokers, very fun, very fun.
They're very fun.
You ever gonna start making more TikToks?
I actually have, I think, 2 videos I'm gonna post before today's done.
Ooh,
Yeah,
2.
I have had one in my phone for about a day right now, and I've been wondering how I want to post it, but
Dude, your followers from your viral videos just waiting for you.
bruh, I would.
They're
I shaved my
like-
beard off because all the women were after me.
Oh man, see, makes sense. They want
Yeah.
that beard.
Yeah, I don't know why.
Speaking of women, holy crap! I realize now I live. We all knew this, but now I know for a fact that I live in the wrong place.
The wrong place.
Yes, I get to fly for the first time ever in my life. 25 years. I know, kind of crazy,
What
kind
was
of
the
lame.
flying like?
So flying was horrific. I felt like I was gonna it was freaking fun, bro. Let's do it again, dude. Next month we're going to fly. We're gonna go to Atlanta, Grand Canyon. We're gonna go somewhere,
Somewhere.
and we're gonna do it.
And if we don't, this video didn't exist.
You didn't see this, but no, it was very fun. I got some good shots of the sky, the sunrise going up and stuff.
Yeah.
It was like I was like I was recording out the window, and I was like I didn't want to look at for a second because I was just like I don't know, when in those moments I don't get like it's kind of like not like the it's kind of scared. It was more like that. Oh gosh, dude, I don't want to look right now.
Dude,
oh my god.
First time I was flying, same thing. I was like, oh, we're moving. Yeah, we're going up on a flight, and I was just like, oh, we're going up.
What?
And I was like trying not to look out the window, and I was like, kind of a little high.
You can feel it too.
But the second time, my face was like, bruh, man, they really, man, we high.
We up high up in here, dude. First time, it legit looks like. I mean, I've been in a helicopter before, but being in a plane, obviously you're higher, and and I'm looking at it, and I'm like, dude, these people are ants. Like I was looking at an interstate, and I'm like, if I was a giant, I could just step on their lives do not matter when I'm up there.
So you saying that flying has opened your eyes to about women? What is women in flying?
Yeah. So why I brought that up is when I went to Houston, Texas, just for it was quick from where we live. So I thought, a little quick flight. Literally, I blinked and I was there. It felt like.
How long was your flight overall?
I think it was like an hour.
Wow.
So not bad at all. And when I got there, there were so freaking many attractive women that I was just like, everywhere I looked, I was like, and I felt bad because I didn't want to look, be like that kind of guy. But legit, it's like I realized I'm like, because where we live, I'm always like, where are the cute women at?
You know what's crazy?
Hello?
You're talking about women in Texas and stuff, that they're attractive over there and that we have no women here. My fiance's from Texas.
Hey.
And I literally hate every woman that's in where we're at.
See, where we're at is like the retiring, I would think. It's chill, but Texas is like
Texas
everything.
is better.
But when I was there, it wasn't just one race. It's like it was a lot of Asian, Spanish.
Yeah. A
lot of Spanish. Even the airport, they were speaking in Spanish, like the intercom.
Oh wow.
But I guess there was just a lot of Spanish in Houston or in Texas overall.
Yeah.
But it was nice, and I was just like, yo, I can live here. But then again, they could be just people traveling through. They could not be.
And that's just their middle way or something, or visiting, or because my fiance, she's Mexican and she's from Texas.
Okay, well there you go.
So I don't know if there's just a lot of ones there. I do know that the United States, we're considered English Spanish.
Yeah, it's becoming Spanish, definitely.
Yeah, definitely Spanish. We don't have a lot of like French, a lot of German. We don't have a lot of that. We have a lot of English and French, Spanish. Well, damn. Excuse my French.
But in Houston, there's that, and then some Chinese as well. I've been seeing like some more Chinese there. But I just thought, like, because where we live, it's like it's rare to see any really other race that's like common. And now it wasn't like here, it wasn't like in Houston, there wasn't like all Asians, all blacks, all like whites. It was all like a natural
flow.
Yeah, it was just like all natural. I'm like, oh, okay, I kind of like this,
So flying,
actual America.
Did that open your eyes to where it's like, oh, I live in a small world or I live in a big world? Or did it make you feel this way too of I am such a small person or I'm such a big person?
I felt so small.
So small,
and I felt like how this world is so huge, and sometimes we forget how our problems aren't problems at all.
They're so small.
And they're so small, and like, who cares? That's why I do like traveling, because one time I drove to Oklahoma, which was like a 9-hour drive, and back. But when I came back, it was like not much. Like, who cares? Like, people are like talk about this, and I'm like, man, who cares, bro?
Yeah.
Like, it's not that big of a deal, and that's another reason why I do like traveling.
So does it feel like a new beginning almost? Like when you arrive, you're like I could be what I want. Nobody knows me. I'm new.
Dude, honestly, it didn't feel like I was in another place.
Really?
Like when I was in Texas, it did not feel like I was in Texas, because it was like an hour. I'm not like, if I drove for like 6 hours, I'll be like, all right, I'm in Texas. But it did not feel like that at all. It felt, and being at an airport, I'm not used to like more popular airports, and I went to the small Houston airport.
Yeah.
So the fact about that, I'm kind of thinking like, holy crap, how big are these other airports? Like I told you, I hear Atlanta is the busiest airport in the world, which I'm like, holy crap, I kind of want to go just to see. But this one is, I feel like airports are, after experiencing this one, it's like a mall with benefits.
Yeah, you said the world didn't really change much when you went that far. Do you think you would have a different outlook if you flew a lot further, not just to the other side of the state, but to another country? Do you think that you would open your eyes and go, hold on, there's something, like, do you think you'd be more shocked in a way?
Maybe, but I've heard stories as well that people like, I know there's one person that went to Paris, but never left the airport, so they don't really feel like they ever went to Paris.
Yeah, I kind of agree. I've been to Chicago.
Yeah.
And people are talking about, oh, Chicago's full of this and that and that. I didn't get to experience that because I didn't get to leave the airport. It was just a connecting flight.
So it's like, yeah, I went to Chicago, but I didn't really go to Chicago.
Yeah, I don't label that I've been.
Right.
Now, if I would have left the airport and walked around, I've been. Now, like me in Alaska, Alaska's still in the United States. When I got off, I knew that everything was different. It's one of those things where I walked out, and as soon as when I was in the airport, I'm like, normal, yada, yada, yada. But as soon as I walked out, the door slid open, and when I walked out, I was like, this is not right. This is something that I don't understand. I'm not in my element.
Your mind's trying to comprehend.
Yeah, because I saw mountains that I've never seen. I wondered, that's like, that mountain doesn't look tall, but my eyes don't perceive that as far away. It perceives it as close. In reality, that mountain is miles and miles and miles away. It would have taken me hours to drive that far.
Yeah, you just like, I thought I was this close. Why is it still going on?
In reality, I was looking at the tallest mountain in
Alaska?
Alaska.
Nice.
I think it's Mount McKenzie. That's what I was looking at. I was like, that mountain way over there, it just doesn't seem that big. And then everybody was like, that's the biggest one.
Wow.
And I was like, but it's so... They're like, just wait. We're going to drive, but we're not even going to get close to it. We're going to be hours away from it still. So we drove a couple hours, and I'm like, oh my gosh, it's just 10 times bigger now. And they're like, we're still not even close to it. I'm like, I can't comprehend the distance. So that's why I'm asking about if you go somewhere different. Like, let's say we're used to forests, we're used to the country, stuff like that. Let's say we go to Saudi Arabia. We go to, like, Egypt, and we're like, bruh. I mean, of course, when you think of Egypt, you think sand. It's not really like that. I mean, there is sand,
yeah,
but like
there's
cities, but
nice cities.
Yeah. Do you think you'd be culture shocked?
Probably. I mean, it's that kind of thing where even though you're so used to seeing it on the internet and you're like with it every day, it's like it's a different feeling when you're actually there and feel it. But I feel like in Texas when I was in Houston, I think it was like south because I went to the space shuttle, the space station in Houston as well, the space center or whatever. It just felt like, it felt like I was still in America, which obviously I was, but it just felt like another town. And it felt casual because I told you, like, it was the first time I ever done Uber. And it was just, stranger picking me up, driving to where I needed to go. And it just, like, everything just felt normal. Yeah. Nothing was out of the ordinary. And to be honest, I was kind of bored. But I wish I did more. So
what is some of the stuff you did there? Like, I mean, I'm not trying to cut you off, but like,
no.
It's a space center. Like, was it like educational?
Very educational. Okay. Like, they showed stuff about like when the space shuttle that blew up one time. It was about NASA and how all this stuff that they made.
Were we alive when it blew up? I can remember on the news we were kids, but I don't know if it was whenever it was on the news or somebody was telling me about it. I'm sorry.
It might have been. I think it might have been in the 90s. I can't, don't correct, I don't know. But it might be the early 2000s as well. I'm not sure, but they had it where they were practicing and then it blew up and then and they had in the place they had like it was fascinating. They had all this stuff. They had actual things that they were in where like they had this object that went to the moon, have it there. They have moon rocks
there
supposedly. Yeah, it was wow. This NASA like space station. It was made in Houston, I believe. So that's why they have. It's basically like a museum for everything that happened in there. So they have the actual artifacts. They have like everything that's legit that's there supposedly. And they have like some games there you can play as well. And they have this VR. I didn't try it because I'm like $30 to get in, and then I have to pay another $10. Like I'm sorry. I mean, it's not that much, but at the same time, it's like,
did they have anything that was visually astounding, like an aesthetic or like something you saw that's like, wow, this really shocked me?
Kinda. They had this big screen that is bigger than the movie theater screen. Like, it was huge, but they were just playing some space crap. I mean, I'm sorry.
Space crap.
If I was big into space, I am, but in this aspect, I was just like,
This was more history than anything.
I was like, I know people will probably love it,
Yeah.
but I feel like there should have been more. Like, it was definitely informational wise, but I was in the mood to like, ride some things or do some things and like have fun. But they had a big cafeteria you're gonna eat. They, obviously restrooms and crap like that. And they had different levels where you can go and check this stuff out. But it was more like you hit a button, you read this stuff. There's videos, and then there are actual like footage. And they had this movie theater where you can watch. There's a little short film that they made about when the space shuttle blew up, and then they fixed it and try to get better through time. But they had this huge. You get to go on like they had some things you can try out, and they had this huge spaceship on top of this huge plane that had like 3 engines. But basically you climb a lot of stairs or an elevator and you're in it, but when you go inside it's some more information and,
it's
and
all informational basically.
Yeah, but there was some cool things about like they had some mannequins kind of, but it almost looked real because I was like, hold on, this is not a picture. And they basically had like sets where how it was in some areas where they were on the moon or they did this and stuff. They have the astronauts and the Mars rover and just all this stuff and what they plan on doing in the next 10 years about traveling to Mars and all that. So some of it was interesting, but after like maybe 30 an hour, I don't know, I was just like, all right, I'm ready to go.
I see.
So
it's kind of like me thinking like when I first flew, I think I did too much my first time flying. I think I should have started small. I think it's cool though that like you did start small. You actually got to experience something outside of
the
airport. You got to see something, and it's better. I may be wrong. There's people out there that disagree, but you can start small and then you can work big. Like I went to the space station and did this, but my next time I go, I'm gonna go to the Grand Canyon. I'm gonna go to this. I'm gonna go to that. But
your first flight, was it
Alaska?
Oh yeah, that is pretty big.
It was a big one, and I think I got shocked. I was in major shock.
Right, but then that would, I feel like that's good as well because you don't have to like do baby steps. You just like bam, you take a lot in, but then afterwards it's like nothing.
Yeah, that's because it's. I won't lie, the trip was amazing. I enjoyed my time 100%.
Yeah,
but everything after that can't compete. So it's kind of like I got the best. Nothing else can compete. I can't get nothing that's on that same level.
You did get a lot of experiences out of that, not just one, but
I met a lot of different races that I didn't know. Actually, I mean, it sounds kind of dumb and people will roll their eyes. I met races that I didn't know existed. I met people that I didn't know were real. I like saw
Eskimos and stuff.
I didn't.
Well, that's not a race.
Oh, that's racist.
Oh,
that's very racist.
Oh,
I didn't know that.
Okay.
I call. Okay, I don't know if I should. I don't know if we blur, but anyway, Eskimo is like saying the N-word.
Oh, really? What?
It's like saying the N-word there. Because whenever I met Eskimos, I knew what Eskimos were. They're Native Alaskans. If you call them anything, if you call them Eskimo, they're like, whoa, all right, cracker.
Calm down with your bad stuff.
Because I can remember standing talking and they're like, oh, so you're white. And I'm like, yes. They're like, are you white or Native American white? I was like, I think I'm Native American white. I said, I don't know. They're like, how do you not know what race you are? And I'm like, oh, that's a big thing. They're like, that's a big thing. They're like, no, and I'm like, oh, Eskimos, and they're like, they actually were like, we're gonna let you slide on this one because we understand. They said
Americans are dumb. I mean, Alaska's America, but is it really?
I don't really. I mean, it is, but it ain't at the same time. They
culturally no.
They do think we're dumb.
That's right. I remember you talked about that.
They think we're dumb, so they didn't really know. But I did get culture shocked. I got environmentally shocked. Temperature was different, oxygen, everything was different. So I'm glad me and you got two different aspects. You got a smaller dose, and I got a major dose.
Right.
So like, let's say we go somewhere, we may get right in the middle and go, okay, wow. Right. Or we may get two different reactions to where we'll be able to talk differently.
I get that. I mean, I hear that in Hawaii as well.
Yeah.
Again, America, but different culture.
Different.
Where I hear people, they got all these different races there as well. Japanese, Korean, and they speak a little differently, and it's just.
Dude, we should just go to Hawaii.
Might as well.
Dude, let's go to Hawaii for a day.
Dude, that's like a 13-hour flight, man. I'm gonna have to work my ways up to that one.
let's get a good 7-hour flight. And
7 hours.
13.
I want to hit up Miami again. I got that art museum that we've been talking about for a year.
Yeah, let's go to the art museum before it dies.
Yeah. I mean, they have it. They just opened a new one in California as well.
We're not going to California.
Yeah, no.
I never want to go to California. Fuck them.
dang. All the Californians watching like, well,
Unsubscribe.
never watch it again.
It's not that.
Your
Y'all,
one
it's not-
view,
Y'all
gone.
aren't the problem. Y'all aren't the problem. Trust me. It's y'all's government. Yeah, how the government's run.
Oh,
Y'all's
so
government. It's our government.
We all got the government.
It's our
But
government.
no, yeah, being California, there's pluses and minuses.
Yeah.
But I think flying is definitely fun. Even the turbulence when it happened, like I wasn't really scared. Again, like I told you, like I just like I get like kind of thing. Like when we went to the water park, which I don't think we mentioned on the podcast. We went there, and when I was going through the slides, I was thinking, and it's my mindset now with if I get scared or whatever. The kind of thing is like, well, here's the thing: you have to get scared or just have fun with it.
Yeah.
So I have fun with it.
I mean,
And,
I know, it's kind of childish, but when people are like, are you going to be a pussy or are you going to man up and do it? Like, that was what my thing was with flying. I used to be super scared of heights. But when I got on the plane, I was like, am I going to puss out and I'm going to miss this opportunity of a lifetime?
Right.
Or am I going to man up and do it? Scary things, yes, they're scary at first. The monsters in the dark, they're scary until you turn on the light, until you get to that point and you see that it's not scary.
Well, I feel like being like in these scenarios, I don't know if it's just me, but I don't think there's any point of being scared when you can't control it.
Yes.
Like I'm in a plane, I see this guy. Yeah, it could be scary because you're high up in the air, but I'm like, you can't do anything about it.
No, there's no power. There's no reason for you to worry because
try to enjoy it. Try to enjoy it. Because I mean, unless once you land, that's when you can start.
That's when you worry.
That's when. But even then, like with they always say landing and taking off is always the worst because that's when the pilot actually flies.
Yeah, that's when
I'm like
everything is autopilot.
I'm like, all right, but no, I'm like, I mean, obviously, people think deep into it, which is understandable because it's like you're putting your life in the captain's hands.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's like, and I don't know why. I know I mentioned this before, but I don't know why passengers always think they're like the gods of the plane. Like, how dare you get delayed 5 minutes? I have places to be.
Yeah, the privilege. People.
The privilege. I'm just like, bro, like, enjoy the flight. You're going to get there.
Man, I
say that on my first flight. Watch Tim. Oh my gosh, these people delayed 2 minutes.
2 minutes. Oh my god.
Ridiculous. Where's my tea?
I'm not like I'm pretty understanding about a lot of things.
Yeah.
I've had a flight delayed one time, and it was delayed a couple like 8 hours, I think 9 hours. I know that.
Dang. Why do you just cancel it?
Because I was in the middle of Chicago. I think I was in Chicago. And I was either in Chicago. I can't remember where I was. I was coming back from Alaska, and my flight got canceled due to some reason. I can't remember what it was exactly, but it was bad. And I had to sit on a bench for 8 hours. Jeez. And just sit there. My phone was dead for like 6 of those hours.
That's what I do like about the airports, at least the one I went to. They have charging ports almost everywhere. Yeah, and I'm like, yes, unless you didn't have a charger. But they sell chargers there and power banks. They make it convenient for you if you got money. I had my cord,
but the people who were around me, they had already taken it up. The only next open position to put your phone into something was way on the other side of the airport, and I didn't want to sit over there.
See, that's why I kind of want to go to other airports to see how it is there, because with the one I went to was the William Hobby. It wasn't the Bush airport. It was the smaller one, which still wasn't small, but it felt like there was enough room to walk around. Obviously, there were a lot of people, but there was enough room to walk around, enough place to sit down, and that wasn't far away either.
Sounds like a good one.
Yeah, so that's why I'm kind of curious. I want to go to the Chicago one or Atlanta and see how they are. But that's why I'm planning on flying every month, and me and Logo are planning on going to Grand Canyon or maybe Miami. Maybe.
We don't know yet.
We don't know yet. I don't know. We'll see. But
talking about your flight, you were talking about how people get scared when they land or fly because that's when the pilot actually does something. Our world is ever changing, and I've kind of had this on my mind for a while, and I wanted to bring. I think we talked about this in a past podcast, but we didn't get too far into it. There's going to be a day where that plane does it all by itself, where you don't have a pilot. So. What I'm trying to get into is that recently we have been told that we will be getting the Tesla bots, and I think we talked about those before.
Yes.
Would you put your faith in a Tesla bot to fly you?
Yeah.
So you would.
After
tested.
Some trials and errors.
So I know
once it becomes common, maybe.
Yeah.
But the thing is, it's going to probably be super expensive.
Long. So
not
I
long,
guess
expensive.
because you had also talked about the privileged people, like how they're like, oh, my flight got delayed, did this. We have privileged people.
I got stuck in orbit.
Yeah, I got stuck in orbit. We have privileged people who are like at their home, they feel like they're privileged too, to where like they're gonna get these robots that are being created, and like a robot, like you were supposed to have this done 10 minutes ago, a robot, or this and that. These robots are taking over multiple tasks that are useless to us, but are human things to do. Like, I don't know, like maybe cooking food for ourselves or doing the laundry. That's normal human stuff that we do. But they'll be taking over small tasks like that, useless tasks.
Oh yeah.
But I guess how do I explain this?
When you brought this up, just to clarify, you said Tesla rocket or Tesla bot?
Bot.
Oh shoot. Okay, never mind. I was thinking of the rocket.
Oh no, the Tesla.
Okay,
the Tesla bot.
So to clarify real quick, the Tesla rocket, whatever they're going to call it, they're testing it out where it's going to be the step after the airplanes.
Oh, so they are planning on the Tesla rocket thing.
Yeah. So for the people that don't know, they're going to transfer over like in orbit, so you can get to Japan in like 4 hours instead of like 16 or wherever you are. So that's what I thought you were thinking about, what you were talking about. But the Tesla bots, I don't know.
Why don't they
maybe
just,
not?
Why don't they just, I mean, I know this is maybe like dumb, or maybe they've already thought about this. Why don't these Tesla bots, after they work out all the kinks, why don't they send a Tesla bot to space to walk on the planets and do our job for us?
Well, because I don't know if it actually, they might need something more advanced.
More advanced.
Yeah. Instead it was just like, here's your water.
You ever watched, there's
simple.
a lot of movies that are out about technology taking over, like iRobot. iRobot actually is coming to life soon, so
Yep.
weird. So do you think that, I know like these flights, all this technology, like those pilots have so much technology. These robots that are coming out have so much technology they're about to take over. We have the space travel coming to Tesla, rocket ships. So much information, so much stuff that's coming our way. Do you think that it's a good thing?
Yes and no. It's definitely I mean, everything new, like substantially new, is always big to the humanity. Where it's like, oh, that's scary, you know. Oh, airplanes, that's scary. Now look at us. Now it's just the common travel.
I know me and you both complain about the privileged people on the flight. Like, oh, my flight got delayed. Do you think that we are privileged whenever, like, all this stuff comes out, these robots and this stuff? Do you think humanity is too privileged?
Yeah, I would agree.
This is honestly something I've been thinking about lately, about how technology has taken us so far to where we literally
rely on it.
We can fly now to different states, countries. We can go under the oceans. We can go into space. Now that's becoming that used to be a thing for the higher up people. Flying used to only be for the higher ups, for the people who could do it. Now it's for everybody. Now we can go scuba diving. We can go submarines for us. Now we're about to go. People like me and you are about to go to space. Would you go? I know, like, getting on the plane was different. It was experience.
Bro, I would totally go to space.
Space.
Heck yeah, dude. I only live once, man.
Yeah.
Might as well enjoy it.
To the sun, because you can walk on the sun at night.
I live once and then to the sun. Legit though, when I was on the plane and I'm like, yo, if this crashes and stuff,
Dead.
it is what it is.
It is what it is.
That's the thing. It sucks.
But
I wish I could do some more stuff, but you can't do anything about it.
Nothing you can do about it. But
enjoy your falling.
Yeah. With technology being so advanced today,
do you think they'll make, like, I don't mean to cut you off, but
yeah.
do you think they make like some like high tech video games now that's kind of like, I mean, they have VR,
yeah,
but do you think they'll have, like, I don't know, like
actual feelings and stuff?
Like the new, like, it'd be like a new version of VR where it's just like VR 3D.
VR 3D.
Where you're just like, yeah, you're feeling it. You can actually, like, well, don't they already have that?
I don't know, but I mean, just think of what sex would be like PornHub VR, like,
bro, dude, they actually, I remember at Anime Expo a couple of years ago where they had this. I don't know what is up with these people. Why would they do it in public? But they had this VR where you were having sex with this like anime girl.
I remember.
And they had a line and people watching it.
Bro, I mean, how many
Like, I mean, it's one thing if you did it in your room alone when nobody see it, but the fact that you did it in public and people, even the workers, were watching. I'm like, does anyone understand what's going on here, or is it just me because it's very weird?
Would you
What?
would you would you
No, I would not do that.
No.
Unless
Would you have sex with a Tesla bot? Now, just think, these things are going to get rid of normal tasks and stuff, but, people can augment these to where they have.
I feel like there's a... No, I wouldn't. But I feel like... That's
a good... You got quick clarify.
Yeah, but
I would. I mean, what?
Well,
sorry. What
you would?
No.
Yeah?
Look, okay.
Let me clarify.
It's one of those things you only live once.
No, it's not.
Okay, what were you saying?
Dude, what if it goes evil, like incognito mode on iRobot?
What if it like glitches? And
what if it doesn't like it and it's just like goes red, like the evil in iRobot, and it's just like you're off?
Have you ever seen like those mechanical arms that build cars and stuff like that? When they mess up, they just like fling crap, they break. They're like, 'cause that's like tons of pressure hitting you.
Yeah.
Like, what if it's just like going, all of a sudden it's just like, and then all of a sudden you're like, my dick.
Where'd it go?
Like, do you sue Tesla? Man, Tesla broke my dick.
Might as well get on that flight. I hope you crash.
There's the title. Tesla broke my dick. Right there. There it is. I'm having sex with Elon Musk.
Oh man, have some smart children though.
Yeah, it would
if possible.
But that's where technology is so crazy that I mean, Tesla cars, people are already abusing them. They were to help, but now people are abusing it and like downloading apps onto it they shouldn't, hyping them up, modding them.
Right. Like when I love the Tesla cars. That's why I'm gonna get a Cybertruck, where you could literally just drive it and honk the horn and it plays like a TikTok or a random sound that you just made. And I'm like, that's awesome.
And when it's charging, you can watch Netflix. They have built-in Wi-Fi in them.
See, and I'm like, why isn't everybody driving a Tesla?
Because we're poor.
I've heard the cheapest Tesla is like 20 grand.
20
or 25? Yeah, which
That's
I'm like,
not bad.
You can get regular car at the dealership for that price. Even more. Get a truck for 40 grand. I'm like, Teslas are kind of affordable.
Yeah, they are. I've heard a lot of good things and a lot of bad things. Mostly good though. I know that, of course, around here, everybody drives a jacked up truck. They don't want no fucking electronic robot to drive. But, shit, we'll fuck our sister instead because the damn.
I like how you just go countrified on that.
Yeah. But we have so much technology that's coming up so quick that, like, traveling, eating, entertainment, sex is all changing. Not that way. Not that way. But... entertainment to me is where I'm at. Like, I love to use electronics for entertainment. That doesn't sound right. I like to use I like to no.
What are you trying to say, man?
I don't know what I'm trying to say. I'm trying not to make it to where I use electronics.
You like robots.
But like we have TVs that are doing crazy things. We have gaming systems. Gaming, like you were talking about, is going through the moon. We have all kinds of stuff. We have things that we always imagine coming up. There's treadmills you can run on that simulate you running in a game, that you're running in place, and it shows your character running. I think I have a video of that I can show.
What was the game for Switch where it was like you were actually exercising while playing a game?
Oh, that's that not Wii Fit. Is it? Something like that.
It was like an actual game for it.
I can't remember, but I know that a lot of people made fun of that. I think
a lot of people I know that played it. It was when Animal Crossing was still big. That was like the next game. But,
Wii Fit character, something like that, was on like. They actually took the character off of the exercise thing from that, and they put it in Super Smash Brothers, and it's a fighter character. So it's kind of like a cool crossover.
That was like
thing.
Ring Adventure. Is that something?
Ring Adventure, something like that.
Okay, I don't know.
I think I'm not.
Yeah, I never
entirely
played
sure.
it. Yeah.
But talking about games, and we're getting off of the technology, we're going to go back to what we have right now. We actually have some games that are coming out soon that I think are actually extremely talk-worthy because everybody's flipping out about all of these. It's actually been trending right now on a lot of stuff I've been watching. People are also there's new games that are coming out. People are trending that are crazy about.
Just announced or like coming out soon?
Just announced. I don't know when they're coming out yet. I haven't looked that far, but they're all PlayStation. A lot of them are PlayStation exclusive.
So
Sucks.
Xbox guy wants to come to PlayStation.
I just want to play the games, and I want to throw the fucking PlayStation away. But we are starting off with the new God of War. God of War is coming back, very popular for the first one. I never played the first one, but I watched gameplay of it, and it was great. I love the story. The second one, just as excited.
Okay.
The story is what I mean. Maybe the gameplay it wasn't the best for me. Some will argue, but I love the story of it.
I remember you or Dalton on the podcast had mentioned about the game.
Yeah,
I was kind of good, but I've never, honestly,
Great.
y'all didn't mention. I never would have heard of it.
You should watch gameplay of it. The story, Jacksepticeye had played it. The story is amazing.
Really?
I love the story. I watched it twice. That's how much I love the story.
Do you think they'll make like a series on it, like The Witcher?
I wish they'd make a God of War like series or even a movie of like his whole life that like tries to put it all in one movie or something. But after God of War, another one that I saw that I actually am it's one of my favorite heroes is Wolverine, making a Wolverine-based game.
See, that's what I'm kind of curious about is how they're going to do that. Is it going to be like off of Hugh Jackman, or is it going to be like an actual?
I have no idea.
Since Logan's done,
I think this is more about his story, like in game form, because there's not really a Wolverine game. I don't think.
There's not.
I don't think so.
Why would they do it now?
I think because Logan got so big and Wolverine was kind of dying. Now Wolverine was kind of dying off, but
I wonder if they're going to try to put Wolverine like a new one.
Hopefully they do. Hugh Jackman's a really good, one of my favorite actors. I love Wolverine, but a lot of possibilities for that game. I don't know what the character model looks like. I just know it's Wolverine. But after that one, they have, of course, another Star Wars game coming out that's based off of Kylo Ren, which is the recent Darth Vader-esque character. There's that one, and I think there was one more that I cannot remember. Oh, goodness, I can't remember what it was.
Was that a Pokemon game?
Oh, I think I talked about that. Of course, Pokemon game's coming up. Next month is actually, I think actually 1 month from today is whenever Pokemon Diamond and Pearl will be coming out.
So when this podcast's out, it's probably already out.
Yep.
He's probably already been playing it as much as he can.
Yep. And I probably will have done beating it in one day. That's how addicted to games I am.
Dude, I miss those days when playing Pokemon would beat him like in a day or two. Like stay up all day.
Man, technology.
Dude, that's like when we watched Free Guy before. It's like not many stuff keeps my attention anymore. So like even when I used to play Pokemon, that would like nothing was on my mind except for Pokemon. Yeah. Food? What is that? Pokemon.
Yeah. Just like the kids in the beginning of this podcast. They were just talking about Pokemon's life. Go to school. Pokemon.
And then like, I mean, shoot. Sex robots? No. Pokemon.
Yeah.
You know?
And sex robots.
Okay. Well, add that. Maybe. With these video games, what do you think will be your favorite one to play? Like, if you had to pick one.
None of them because I can't.
Well, if you got to play PlayStation.
If I got to play, I'm going to be dead serious. I think God of War. I love Wolverine. I don't know nothing about it, though. Well, God of War, the first game, it was awesome.
Really?
It was awesome.
So, I got another question. With being an exclusive, like, I got a PlayStation before, and I got the Final Fantasy game that was exclusive for PlayStation. But then after a year, it was available on Xbox. Would you wait a year to play God of War and Wolverine and all that after it's out? So let's just say it comes out 2023. That's 2024 when you can play it.
No, I would not buy it. This is maybe a shock, but like God of War, the first game, I had the opportunity to put it on a PlayStation and play it whenever it came out. I watched the gameplay for it, and I was like, that was a great game. Love the story. I don't want to play it because I already know. I already know what it is. I don't want to know. I don't want it. So, Joe Rogan
DMT.
DMT. Do drugs.
Do drug. How do we get on this subject?
You know, it's there. It's always there. It's right in front of us, but we don't ever see it.
Bro,
Just like the multiverse.
is DMT illegal?
I actually don't know. I haven't looked that up.
Because I'm
Is
like,
it illegal to talk about?
I don't. Well, Joe Rogan talks about it, but so I don't think
He's
it's
also
really Joe Rogan.
Joe Rogan.
Yeah, I mean, you try to arrest him, he'll kick you.
Yeah.
You don't want that to happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I actually am going to start his diet. I actually
Just
that's
meat.
Yeah,
and
he
meat?
he eats meat and some greens. He takes a lot of supplements and stuff. But I'm gonna start slow and slowly pick up into it.
I mean, that's what you did today. Just ate meat and meat and meat.
I ate meat and a little bit of rice.
The off-brand Chipotle.
Yeah, off-brand Chipotle. Dude, why have we not talked about that? Dude, we had Chipotle, something that was honestly
Better than Chipotle.
This was better than Chipotle, and it was called what again?
Moe's.
Screw what I was talking about. Moe's.
I mean, I don't want to cut you off.
No. I had a meal that I haven't had in a long time. It was such good service. It was such good food, and I got full off of my meal.
Right.
And I got literally every kind of meat they had and rice.
And it wasn't the bad full. It was like I'm satisfied.
I was so sad. I had the exact perfect amount to where I was very content, to where I'm not like, oh, let me snack a little bit more, or I'm so full. I was right there. I haven't been that way in forever. Good soup. But it was so good.
TikTok, man.
TikTok has.
But yeah, Moe's. That was good stuff.
Yeah, Moe's definitely beat Chipotle 100 times over.
And I've only been twice, but the first time I asked them if they like Chipotle or whatever more. And this time I asked the same thing. I'm like, which one's better, Moe's or Chipotle? And they're like, Moe's. I'm like, because you work in here? But they said no, like genuinely. And then they had Chipotle sauce. And I'm just like.
They call it Chipotle sauce.
Yeah,
too.
or Chipotle ranch or whatever. And I'm just like.
This doesn't add up.
This doesn't add up.
Their queso is better than Chipotle's too. I know I may be hitting a nerve with some people, but to me, I loved it.
But I mean, in Moe's, you got like it's bigger in there. It's like
the food was more fresh too.
I mean, again, I'm not talking about all the. I mean, the chips weren't stale.
Yeah, every time I've gone to Chipotle, the chips were stale.
Yeah, and again, we've only gone to one or two Chipotles. I don't know. I think I've been to 3 different ones.
I've been to about 3 or 4. Yeah,
different ones.
And I've been to other states.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah. All of them were actually in different states. I haven't had one Chipotle in the same state.
So I think with Moe's, it was. I mean, Chipotle's still good. Don't get me wrong. I like Chipotle. I love it. But Moe's was just like, this just hits different,
Like I kind of don't want to ever go to Chipotle again.
And then,
unless they sponsor me.
But with Moe's, what I like too is before you even walk in, on their signs, it had like some funny stuff, and then even on their days when they're open, they just went like had fun with it. They're like Moe's Day, Tuesday, Hump Day, and then they're like, thank God it's Friday, and then they just had like something at the end. I can't remember for like the weekends. I think it was like just like weekend, but they had fun with it. And then the customer service, they're busy, but when you walk in, they're like, hey, welcome to Moe's. I don't know, it's weird, but I can't remember the last time I went to a restaurant and they welcomed you.
And these people actually talk. Like, they weren't just programmed to sit there and be like,
right,
what you want. Like McDonald's, fuck McDonald's. Still, I'll be getting a Big Mac probably before I go home. But fuck McDonald's.
Dude, every the fast food would be like kind of different. But then again, this kind of like fast food.
Is this considered fast food? It's right there on the border.
It's right on the border of fast food. But I mean, with them being like, it was so casual where I felt like I just like knew them for a while. Like, we were just like, talking whatever. Yeah. And
they even came over to the table and they were like, is that food good? And I was like, it was great.
Oh, did they?
Yeah, did you? I think you had gotten them to get a drink, but she walked over and she's like, food's good? And I was like, it's great. She goes, good, I'm glad. Yeah,
what I liked is they like, and they weren't even, they were like messing around, but they weren't judging. When they're like, you want cheese on this? Like, no. You want this ranch? I'm like, no. They're like, what? And the other girl's like, girl, I don't want that either.
And they were giving opinions like, oh, if you don't like that, you should try this out on it.
Yeah. And I'm like, finally, people that are working at a restaurant that know what they're doing.
Yeah. And even one girl was like, because I'm on a protein diet kind of deal, and I that's what I'm trying to move into. And I was like, hey, I just want protein. And she's like, okay, I got you. I know exactly what you should get. Let me help you out with it, and we'll figure out what you like and don't like on it. But I already know the basis. She already had it prepared, and she's like, this is what I recommend you get on this. And I was like, great, I'll take all of that. And then she was like, well, this is what I would add to it. And I'm like, oh, no, I wouldn't. I don't like that. I'm sorry. And she's like, okay. So whenever I got it, she was like, "You did really good on this. This is a really good one." And she told me like that's good. And I was like, "Man, I feel good at what I chose. I feel good in my order, and I feel good at being here."
Right. And you leave happy.
I left very happy. Speaking of leaving happy, time to end on a happy note.
Hey.
So thank you for listening. It has been In Progress Podcast. And like always, keep progressing. I'm Logo.
And I'm Jake.
And we are out. That was a quick ending.
Yeah, I do take a long time to end it. I'm like, well, guys, thanks for watching.